Monday, September the 6th, 2021. Good morning and welcome to the local news for today. In the headlines, Brazilian military delegation visited the Ministry of Defense. Suriname will soon have a tourism law. World Deaf Day will also be commemorated in Suriname, and presidential delegation left for the Netherlands. A top Brazilian army delegation visited the Ministry of Defense last Thursday and Friday. This is the result of the good cooperation between Suriname and Brazil, but especially for the many years of collaboration in the field of defense and security. The delegation met Minister Krishna Mathura at the Ministry of Defense for an introduction. There was also a meeting with the leadership of the National Army in the Memrebuku Kaserne. The delegation was also given a tour of the Army Museum. Minister Mathura emphasized that the cooperation with the Brazilian Defense Organization is also important. We have a long-standing partnership with Brazil. Most of our officers are also trained in their country. Within Latin America, we are the country that receives the most training offered from Brazil, said the minister. The annual Regional Military Interchange Meeting, also known as RRIM, also takes place between Suriname and Brazil. And during this meeting, various military topics are discussed, such as training, working visits, participation in joint operations, and military activities such as parades. Depending on the proposals approved during the RRIM, an annual schedule is made, followed by a thorough planning for implementation. Suriname will soon have a tourism law. According to Minister Albert Jubitana of Tourism, the sector has been waiting for a long time. The Ministry of Tourism is working on laying a foundation on the field of tourism. The law includes the establishment of a tourism authority. According to some tour operators, they were forced to try their luck in other sectors in the past period just to be able to provide in their livelihood. Errol Gesius, secretary at United Tour Guides Suriname, welcomes the initiative from the ministry to give the sector a boost. Gesius emphasized that it has been very challenging for the sector. He also explains that local tourism can contribute to the Surinamese economy. Minister Jubitana agrees that local tourism is important for our economy. The Tourism Directorate is working on boosting district tourism. Every district in Suriname has something unique, hence the importance to give more content to this project. Talks have recently been held with various district commissioners and other stakeholders about this project. Since 1958, World Deaf Day has been celebrated on September the 25th by organizations for people suffering with deafness. Henk Kimpoel, member of the Surinamese Deaf Interest Foundation, known as SUDOBE, says that the team is not dependent on international organizations. Each country is free to have their own team. The COVID-19 pandemic has made it also challenging for the deaf community. Tiffany Sampaki says deaf people are willing to work but receive little to no opportunities to do so. They are not hired because of their disability. Kenneth Williams, the secretary of SUDOBE, calls on the government to help the group with their own building. According to him, the current space can accommodate few people, which means that the foundation is not able to organize activities. Viren Megu, who became popular through the Surinamese movie Viren the Movie, which is also popular beyond borders, advises the target group to continue to adhere to the COVID-19 protocols. Viren hopes that things will return to normal. According to Beryl Bobo, who also belongs to the target group, she indicates that there are little opportunities to obtain a driver's license. She explains that there is currently only one driving school that responds to the needs of people suffering with deafness. And at last, President Chandrika Prasad Santokhi left with a delegation for the Netherlands, and he arrived this morning. Prior to the departure, the head of state explained that the visit to the Netherlands is to strengthen and broaden the bilateral relationship between the Netherlands and Suriname. Furthermore, it confirms the special historical bond between the two countries and marks the restoration of good ties between the Netherlands and Suriname. Last year, Suriname and the Netherlands exchanged ambassadors once again. During this visit, President Santokhi will also make an appearance at King Willem-Alexander, while there is also a meeting with the outgoing Prime Minister Mark Rutte on the program. Prime Minister Rutte previously invited the Surinamese head of state for a visit, and that visit was planned for February, but it couldn't take place because of the corona measures imposed by the Dutch government. It was also postponed until after the parliamentary elections. An important anchor of the working visit is to create new opportunities in the field of the economy with a focus on a number of sectors such as finance, security, infrastructure, agriculture, and healthcare. During the visit, the President will also meet with the Surinamese diaspora in the Netherlands, and in consultation with the diaspora community, various initiatives will be set up in which knowledge sharing is at the central point. For the time being, in Suriname, Vice President Ronnie Brunswijk will serve as the President interim for a week. That is it for the local news for today. Tomorrow we will be back with a new edition. Stay safe. Until then, bye-bye.